This could also be taken as a drug addict poem, though. I was a little more tearing with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Seriously? I can tell. That's right. A bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery, conveying emotion. She even wrote down what this poem is about in the poem. So I don't know what you're talking about. Conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, I can't even figure out what was this supposed to mean. Seriously? Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's that sort of thing I usually force to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. But you keep them to yourself because they're embarrassing and people will make fun of me. I mean, depending where you post them, people might make fun of you. I mean, depending on anywhere you post them, people definitely will make fun of you. Don't you have anything like that, Blood? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. I think this story is more about like we're making like the main choices, but like our character Blood is not just a talking point from our perspective. I actually, now that I think about it, have I ever played a visual novel where the main character is something that you build as you play along with it? Because like I played like Sakura Swim Club, Sakura Fantasy, I think. I've never uploaded Sakura Fantasy, but I've definitely played Sakura Swim Club. Not on this channel, on my Patreon, because I was playing the patched version for the hentai stuff. But yeah, it was really fucking good, by the way. I think it was my first thing that I played on my Patreon. Anyway, so I don't think even hentai games, normal games, I don't think I've ever played a visual novel where your choices like creates your character. It's mostly like, does your character like this character or does your character like this character? So you can go for those. Other than that, I really believe that this is not like, what am I trying to say? Like I'm trying to phrase a sentence, but mine is going like left, right, and center, and I can't phrase it. And I forgot what I was thinking about, so let's just move on. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's a little difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things, writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Blood. Maybe you're just not talking to many people. That's exaggerating a little bit. Oh right, I just remembered what I was saying. I was saying that I've never played any visual novels, hentai or otherwise, that allow you to create your own character all the way through. Like I know of some games like what game should I give it an example of? Like Pillars of Eternity. Like your character develops as you make the choices, right? So I've never had that from a visual novel. A visual novel is mostly just about like you have a character, they have their own personality, which is absolutely cringe, and this one is a bit more like self-aware, but most of them are just absolute fucking cringe. Like, oh yes, we are aware of your sensitivities, we are very sensitive to each other. That's cool, you know. You shouldn't be hard on yourself. And like, who the fuck, what teenager talks like that? Even like at this age, I don't talk like that. Like I've had conversations like these before, but like holy shit, like who talks like that? And the most I can decide in this is that which character our character wants to go for, and that would be Yuri, obviously. That's the character I'm trying to go for. So yeah, this is like every game. This game has a little bit more complex way of doing it by you know, making a poem and whatever. But other than that, it's essentially the same thing, just like forcing me to choose a character, not like creating a whole character, because of which Blood is like so like far away from me as a person. So like I mean I've played a lot of games, and like you know, obviously people like to personify themselves as the main character, and I've made a video before that I personally don't like to integrate myself with the main character. I do like to understand how the character is thinking. Sometimes you would even find me like, when I'm playing medieval fantasy, you will find me saying like I and myself, despite the fact that it is obviously not me and the character. And like I don't like to put myself in the character's shoes, but I'm just like I do like to personify myself, what I would do in such a situation. That is why sometimes I would find myself saying me and myself. But Blood is so much different from me. It's like he is so fucking far away from me. That's just like doesn't feel very myself. It's like nearly impossible to personify, honestly, except for his choice, which I mean his interest in the girls, which I made the choice. Except for that, nothing is common between us, I suppose. And even that I chose for him. That's exaggerating a little bit. Just how I feel. Never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. You're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me, but for a moment her timidness seems to disappear. Next, obviously, Monica, because I want to read her crazy ass poem. Dragon Blood. How's the writing going? She looks like an NPC, honestly. Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Gave my poem to Monica. Alright. This one's good. Feels like you're not really getting any... feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, the imagery is getting better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. Can't deny she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. I don't think her poems are romantic at all. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up the pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much more personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head. So these guys are definitely not good friends with her, as we were assuming them to be. They're just club members. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, not of course. Why are we being hostile towards her? Fucking hell. Even she's looking like, what the fuck, dude? I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like that. You must be pretty into her. Okay, we went there, huh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. That I'm pretty sure she already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, fictional one anyway. Oh, she's one of those, huh? She's one of those. I actually know a guy, IRL. Like, really closely I know a guy who has a crush on who has a waifu is what I'm trying to say. Yes, he has a fucking fictional character waifu, but like on a like next level type shit. Like, you don't understand the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, he's like, that's 2D is for me. He's one of those. Like, he's getting there. I mean, I think he's stepping out a little bit, but yeah, he's still on the point of like 2D is the shit, which I also say 2D is the shit, but like I don't like completely dismiss the 3D. Like, that's where I live, so I gotta stick to that. So yeah. Anyway, fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers the last part to me. Just a hunch, but well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Well, let's take a look. Let's see. Save me. Okay, this is getting creepy. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. Primary colors, okay. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cos, tangent. Okay. Like playing okay, sorry, I was just laughing at this thing, like sine, cosine, tangent. It's like what was it called? Fucking hell, I hated the subject. What was it called? Trigonometry, right? There was like there was we used to write SEC, which is like secant, I believe it was called. But like our like classes joke, obviously it's it's an internet joke as well, I believe. But for us in class, we're always laughing at like sec. So it's a whole word is secant, but if you like shorten it down, like tan, cos, sine, you would call it sec. And if you were to put A, B, C in front of it, and you put like sec C, so it's just like kind of like, it's a very kiddie thing, but I loved it because like everyone was laughing at that whenever the teacher said like sec C. It was fucking hilarious. But anyway, one of our teacher actually picked up on it later, and she was like, you know, secant C is what I'm trying to say. Or whatever it's called, I don't remember even secant was the word or whatever. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. This one is going over my fucking head. I don't get it. So there's colors, and they won't stop, and they're fucking causing suffering. There's noise, and that's causing suffering. Oh, I think this is like I think this is a thing of like living in the modern world. Like we are constantly, like we're in a constant state of like, you know, one of the reasons, like, have you ever seen gaming montages? The reason why gaming montages are so fucking popular is like your mind is like quick. Okay, here's something cool, nice. Move on, something even cooler. Oh, nice. Move on, cool. So we move from one thing that's cool to another thing that's cool, and we just keep going for like more and more, like something we need to watch, and like constantly listening to music, podcasts, me, this and that and the other thing. Constantly listening, keeping your mind completely occupied. Even for myself, like back in the day, I used to just like close my eyes and go to sleep. And nowadays, like I'm either listening to ASMR or listening to GWA when I go to sleep. So it's like constantly keeping your mind, you know, in a, as it said, a turntable. Keep going. So it's meaningless, but we're still doing it. Load me, save me. Load me. What the fuck is load me? I'm guessing she has like multiple personality disorder or something, or she's just extremely expressive. Otherwise she would have multiple personality disorder, and she's like, one of her personality is trying, this is the normal personality trying to talk to us. We'll get to the fucked up personality later maybe. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. You see? It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not even poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Seriously? Is this line in the base game? I'm sure I'll save it right now. You never know when you might change your mind, when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Stop talking to me, Monica. Start talking to blood. Thanks for listening. Extremely creepy. I should stop playing this game at night, honestly. But let's go for... I'm gonna go with Sayori's because Sayori's poem is way better. I don't like Natsuki all that much. She's annoying. I mean, even as a lolly, like, I like lollies, alright? I like lollies. Yes, I said it. Yes, I like lollies. But yes, I like lollies and she's annoying. She's just like genuinely annoying. I mean, I've seen some like tsundere lollies, but holy shit, she's annoying. My favorite lolly is the lolly from what was her name again? Fuck. How the fuck did I forget her name? I just said she's my favorite lolly and I forgot her name. She's from Gate. It's an anime called Gate. And she's like a demigod or something in that world. So she's like 900 years old or something. I forget her name though. Alright, Rory Mercury. That's her name, Rory Mercury. She's really fucking hot. Like, I've seen loads of like hot lollies and fucking shows like these, but like Rory Mercury, oof, she kills your shit, bro. She's like a MILF in the body of a lolly. Like, it's OP as shit. Like, both of my favorite things. Like, maybe not both of my favorite things, but MILFs are definitely my favorite thing. And like combined with lollies, holy shit, that shit was good. Like, she's a pretty little thing, but like she gives off that mature vibe and that fucking kills the fucking shit entirely. And I love it. I like this one, Blood. There's some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. I accidentally picked some of hers, I guess. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. I'm not very good at figuring out if a poem is good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you always keep thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. What's that face? Oh, whatever. Anyway, let's see.